I'm here with my boy Mark Carter, so we're gonna bring it. We're not gonna drag this on tonight. We're gonna get right to get to the meat of the subject and basically I don't know if we're taking calls or not, Mark. I don't really know, but I only got one phone line. I got the number up there, so only got one phone line at night. So if they call, they got to talk and then hang up. That's it. No lingering around, none of that. If we take calls and all that, so we want to get started in a few. I want people come on in and share this live, and it's this is a political. This is very political, and we want to see who's representing the black community. And I'm really naive to what's going on. Mark more than me than political, so I'm learning. I'm the crime man. I'm
I have no
learning.
problem with teaching either. I can
Yeah,
definitely teach it.
yeah, I'm the crime
Been more
man.
than 30 years.
That's right. So, hey, Mark, we can get started. Go ahead, bro. Let's tell us why they coming in, and you might have to repeat yourself if they ask some questions. We
Yep,
got,
yep, yep. And
go
if
ahead.
they call in, I mean, I would like to hear what they have to say. If they have some questions at the bottom of the page, I'll try to go to the page to see if I can catch some of the comments that I may be able to read from my phone. But hey, man, thanks for allowing me to come on your space in your social media world. I mean, because you exist in the social media world when it comes
Oh
to
yeah,
this game right here. I mean, from X to Facebook Live. I mean, I see you all over the place.
yeah,
YouTube, man. And
yeah.
so we need these type of mediums where we tell our own story. We promote our own information. And so again, thank you. But I'll get right to it. This race in particular, man, is where LaShawn Ford stepped down to run for Congress, and there's an open seat in the 8th district on the west side of Chicago, mainly in the community of Austin. And so it's more focused on people in Austin, but it's open to the whole city to pay attention to what's happening um, in this city when it comes to Black people and how these outside influencers are controlling our election process, are controlling the seats in our community. And so in this seat in particular, you have a young lady by the name of Chantel Franklin. Now, I'll open by saying I don't know her personally, and this is not a personal attack on her.
I never heard of her. I'm just
Right?
being
I,
honest.
I mean, look, for as long as she's been alive. I've been in politics, and I've never heard of her. Right, and so this is not a uh, so much to beat up on her, more so than it is to expose what's going on behind the scenes, who's in control of this particular election. And then for you all to go and take a look at your different elections that are happening to see if these same people are funding this kind of money. We're talking about a 30-year-old young lady who nobody's really ever heard of politically. And we're seeing that not only Democrats, but also Republicans have raised in upwards of $500,000 for this young lady.
Wow. Hold it. So you telling me Republicans and Democrats
Yes,
are supporting
yes,
her? Okay.
yes. You got the village president, equivalent to the mayor. Just say the mayor of LaGrange has endorsed her, and it has caused the people out in LaGrange to rise up and start asking the question: is this young lady Democrat or Republican? What would
Uh-oh.
make LaGrange's village president slash mayor endorse a Democrat, mainly a young Democrat at 30 years old, right?
Right.
What would also make a DraftKings, who is pretty much um, a Republican company in the gaming industry, get behind a young lady who nobody knows politically? Now, this is the same DraftKings that I know for a fact because I supported Trump. Even though I'm
Mm-hmm.
not Democrat or Republican, I might support a Democrat, I might support a Republican. But in this instance, when I see DraftKings, who I know gave Trump $500,000, and then I see that 43,000. Now that was um, when this flyer was given to me and sent to me. I saw the 43,000, and then I started doing my homework and saw that the same gaming industry gave this young lady as early as yesterday or the day before yesterday another five. I mean, what? No, another $100,000.
Wow.
And so when you being funded on this level by the establishment, Democrat or Republican, you can bet your bottom dollar that these people want something in return. And by them wanting something in return, that means that you have to put them before you put the people of their district. And so when I look at a community like Austin, no different than Lawndale or Inglewood or other communities we live in across the city, I say to myself that if they would raise this kind of money for a 30-year-old young lady, then when and what time would she have? I mean, when would she have time for the people of the district, the
Now,
people of Austin community? I mean,
Mark,
mhm.
quick question. Can you tell us what you do know about this 30-year-old? Where she work at? What type of work she doing? Do you know anything?
Well,
That's
I
gonna
did a little homework, and I see that
okay.
she worked for Kwame Raoul, and what you see Kwame Raoul on this flyer gave her $30,000. I've heard that as recent as the last couple of days that he's given her even more money, right? So I'm connecting the dots. But if you ask me what I could tell you about her, I couldn't tell you anything about her because I don't know who she is. So I couldn't tell you anything good or bad. But I know these type of politics when I see them. I know that you have different special interests who would get behind a face, and the people will be attracted to that face, but the agenda can be dangerous
Mm-hmm.
to the people of our community. And I picked this race to point this out because I know it's happening in other races across the city. I know if they're giving her this kind of money, there's some other people that are being funded. So when I
Mm.
see Larry Rogers, I see John Daly, when I see these names coming up, I see the Realtors Association. We talking about these are Republican um, um, institutions and entities, right? And then Democrats as well. I'm saying to myself, what is going on in Springfield? What type of deals are being cut that in the end the people won't benefit off? When you take a person as young as she is, 30 years old, in the first go round, you raise her almost $500,000.
Wow.
Who is she beholden to? Who is this young lady beholden to? Clearly, it can't be the people. When I look at the type of money that's being raised, CTU, the 72,500, that is the max that Chicago Teachers Union can donate to a campaign. So when you take the max that you can donate and give it to a 30-year-old young person, what's the agenda?
Mm.
Can somebody tell me? And this is the people in Austin. When you see these types of things happening, these are not the people you should get behind. In any other election that you see these names of these organizations and businesses get behind in these associations, you should not be in support of them. Now, I sent you the other side of this flyer. If you could show the other side of the
I
flyer.
sure will. Let me
Yeah,
get
I
the other
want them to
side.
see the other side of this flyer, right? Okay. The other side of this flyer. Now, look, check it out. The Grange's village president has endorsed Democrat candidate for state representative. And then you had a lady from out there. Clearly, she must be from out in LaGrange. She said Chantel is very nice, but she's deeply funded by the gambling industry and the Realtors Association.
Mm.
She is not the right choice for LaGrange. So clearly, this lady must live out in LaGrange. And so clearly, she's seeing exactly what we're seeing. And so it's like some willing and dealing that's going on down there with certain people. Um, and in the end, the people, the everyday people just don't benefit, right? And so I say to the people of Austin, maybe next time when y'all get to know this young lady in a different way, but I don't think the community should support this race. I don't, not this race, but this young lady. I mean, because it's something wrong with this picture. I'm looking at the questions. They say, what has she ever done for the community or done for the people of Illinois? Some folks need to do their homework on voting. And you know, and that's why, you know, I urge people to never vote early. Never vote early because you don't know what you're getting yourself off into. And so always wait to election day before y'all go vote. Because you don't know who these people are. You just don't. And so when you vote too early, then there's no going back and changing. So wait it out, right? I see what Melanie Payne said CTU is a criminal organization. I don't know if it's a criminal organization, but I know it's not in the business of educating anymore, any longer. CTU is more so centered around politics now. They are involved with every election that comes up in the city of Chicago. It's something wrong with that picture when the teachers union gets out of the business of being focused on educating our children and moving toward politics. There's something going on, y'all. And man, if the people would just share this live, especially with everybody y'all know in Austin, the Austin community, get them in here on this live. Enlighten them. Man, look, we cannot afford to allow these type of politics to take place. We talking, like I say, I've been in this stuff almost 30 years. And so for almost every year this young lady has been on the face of the planet, I've been involved with Chicago politics, right? I have never, ever, ever seen this type of politics take place. I've never seen where the Republicans out in places like LaGrange get behind a young Black American female Democrat or male. I've never seen this. Clearly, there's some deals being cut. Clearly, there's some deals being cut. And the people of Austin need to be asking questions. The people of the 8th District need to be asking questions right now. Everybody in Austin, everybody in these other parts of the 8th District need to be on the telephones.
Now, I have a question. How many people are running for LaShawn Ford Old seat? What are their names? Who do you recommend that the people should vote? I can't vote. I'm out of the area, so I'm just, not her though. Not her, right?
Oh no. This is clearly an outside influence election when it comes to this young lady. Okay. Clearly. So okay. For me, I personally like John Harrell. I personally like John Harrell because I've watched the work that this man has done when it comes to Black Men United. Alderman Mitt's daughter is running. Who else do I know that's in this race? I really can't name too many of the other names, but like I say, the reason why I pay attention to John Harrell is because the work that I have, and I base my support on people who get out and put the work in, who I know will stand up and oppose the establishment. But when you take a person who has accepted almost $500,000 from outside influences versus the people of our community, what does that tell you? Who are they going to be beholden to, right? Clearly not the people of Austin. Clearly not the people of whatever other areas that are included in that 8th district. I know Oak Park is included in it. We see LaGrange is part of it. Lyons Township. There's different, you know what I mean? And so, look, you all. And somebody just said it. Just said that CTU is not a union; it's a political pact.
I have another question. If somebody know who this young lady is, have her call in.
Without a doubt.
Have her call in.
I would like to ask her.
Go ahead.
I would like to ask her some questions. So yeah, call in, and And one may ask, well, why does it concern you, Mark? I mean, you live in Lawndale. You can't vote for her or vote against her. Well, it concerns me no different than clearly it concerns the people who are funding her from outside of the community. It concerns me because I'm in the best interest of our people, no matter what community they're in, South Side or West Side. I don't believe in none of that, those imaginary lines. Wherever our people are,
Okay.
we should be in full support of one another, right? Somebody says, sad we don't look at policy. All we say is, if you're a Trump supporter, I won't listen. We need to look at both sides and make a decision. And I'll say it again. Look, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a Trump supporter because I knew what immigration was going to do to our people. I know what these unions are doing to our people. Whether it's the teachers union, the trade unions, these unions have never been in the best interest of our people. It's no way that you would have a teachers union and children are failing in high 70 percentiles and the union have nothing to say about it. What does that tell you? That tell you clearly that they could care less whether the children are passing or failing. Our children maybe just passing 30%.
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of our children are failing, bro. And the teachers union is saying absolutely nothing about it. They demanded more pay. They demanded more concessions to benefit them. And so in this race in particular, where you have the teachers union, I know for a fact that they are trying to eliminate our ability to have control of our education system. And so anybody that I see that they would give this kind of money has got to be in agreement with the plan. They don't want us to have a voice, no choice when it comes to education. And so quietly, we're seeing these people be put in place all over the city, county, and state. And this is where we must put this at this point, we must put a stop to this.
I have another question, Brother Mark. Now, I want to go back to the back of the flyer first, and let's those
No,
names
no,
on
but
there.
before you go there,
Go ahead. Go
I,
ahead.
and see, this flyer was sent to me.
Oh, okay.
It was sent to me, and when I read, we as Republicans vehemently oppose this S. I ain't gonna cuss on your live.
Appreciate it.
He bought her, we didn't. So that makes me say, well, there's a battle going on within the Republicans because of what has happened, where you have the LaGrange village president has gotten behind the Democrat,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's something really fishy about this. But if you want to flip to the other side, cool.
Okay, let me go to the other side real quick, and let's call off some of them names that's on that. Some people that are supporting her, and what do we have to say about them? Let me see. Let me put that up there, right there. Now you got Larry Rogers
Mm-hmm.
Jr., Joseph Power, John Daly. So we got what's the Illinois Broadband Cable Association PAC $1,000, and this is what's that?
And don't just skip over it. When you say John Daly, we talking about Richard M. Daly's brother,
Right.
who works for the county. So you say to yourself, why would a Cook County commissioner who's not even from this district give money to a candidate in the 8th district? What type of collusion is going on when it comes to this race? And why did they choose such a young lady? Is it because they know that they can control her? Brainwash her? I wouldn't, there's no way that you could take my 30-year-old child and put him in a lion's den like Chicago politics. 30 years old? You know how dangerous it is for a 50-year-old in politics. And then one that they take and flood almost $500,000 into? There's something wrong with that picture. And people had better pay attention. Not just at this race, because I'm pretty sure if the teachers union did it in this race, they've done it in other races. We just haven't done our homework to see who they've given this kind of money to. And I know for a fact, when you have entities like the Illinois Federation of Teachers, The Chicago Teachers Union. When they give money, they want something in return. And they're demanding everything to come to them, then what's going to be given to the people of Austin? What resources will the people of Austin be able to benefit from?
Mm-hmm.
With the guy from LaGrange, I mean, where's the opportunity? Where's the resources for the people, especially the poor areas? And I keep mentioning Austin because I know when you come to that 8th district, that Austin is probably the poorest area in the district, and need the most help, right? And so, to Annie and everybody, if you know anybody in Austin, give them a call. If you see any other campaign where they're giving this kind of money to a candidate, zero in on it and go against this. Now, let me say this about Larry Rogers, and I know most people don't really want to speak out and say certain things when it comes to Black people who are part of these establishments. But I'm gonna say this about him: with the taxes rising in our communities, for the most part, it couldn't have happened without him. He is part of who gives those tax breaks to those big companies downtown, to those big buildings downtown. And let me tell you this, bro, and I'm gonna go get the information. So if we go live on this again, I'll have it in my hand. But it would not surprise me one bit if I find out when I do my homework on Larry Rogers that his private law firm, because he's a commissioner for the county when it comes to the Board of Review. Board of Review means your property taxes, but also he has a law firm. And so just like you had Burke and all those guys, Badoliak, them and all of them, guess what? They had law firms where they would give tax breaks, help those big businesses downtown get tax breaks. It wouldn't shock me if this guy is doing the same thing. Somebody say Brother Mark is showing us a big hump of the problem. Tailor-made politic puppets that do the bidding of our enemies. Face orange frowning. And so please pay attention. Please call everybody y'all know in Austin and tell them to go against this. I'm outright saying this. I'm not telling y'all to go against Chantel Franklin because I don't know her. But because she's heavily funded by all of these special interest people, she cannot be for the best interest of the people of Austin. She has a mandate. She has an agenda that she clearly is going to take down to Springfield if she wins this seat. Put a stop to this. And any other race that has these type of dollars being raised by these specific entities, put a stop to it. This is the kind of politics that needs to be exposed. When you look at a John Daly, Larry Rogers, this stuff, and this has something to do with your property taxes. What is the underlying agenda? Is it to eventually eliminate all those different strategies and steps that one could take to save their property? Is it ultimately, is that what's going on? I don't know, but I'm digging, right? When you look at Inglewood, man, y'all taxes went up what? 80%. 80%.
80%, I think it's
80%, right? Lawndale, where I live, 99%. Garfield, 133%.
These are Black communities.
How did this happen? It happened because of corrupt politics. This flyer represents corrupt politics with a young, nice-looking Black woman's face on it.
And probably don't have probably don't know nothing that's bad about her or none of those things. That's what they put
Mhm.
up, a fresh face.
Let me say this also, because another point that I was trying to make, it kind of slipped my mind a little bit, but I know. And so when I'm seeing John Daly, then my mind, even though his name is not made mention, and if I get to digging, I'll probably find the guy who's the assessor. What's the assessor's name? Uh, I guarantee you, he'll probably be right connected with all of this. It's all connected. Fritz Kagi, right? It went over people's head when Fritz Kagi said that because the downtown businesses and buildings, um, are being given a $500 million tax break. He said out of his mouth that it would be spread across the board, where
Hmm.
every homeowner outside of those downtown businesses would have a $700 increase. Well, when we look at the tax bills of all the different ones of us who were in the meeting, we saw the increase far beyond $700. So I started asking the question, and I directly asked him, right? I directly asked him, I said, in your interview, you said that everybody would have a $700 increase. How is it that some people have a $3,000 and $4,000 increase? Who had the power and authority to only concentrate these increases in certain neighborhoods? Just those certain neighborhoods. Martin, he got the hell up out of there when I asked him that.
I know you
He
asked
didn't
them.
even want to answer the question. And I kept trying to break this down to the people in the room that even if the increase of the $500 million was going to take place, well, if it had been evenly spread, then people wouldn't have sold $3,000 and $4,000, or
Hmm.
tax bills were that double. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, but because he concentrated in certain areas, it made me then start looking and say, okay, well, these are the areas that are slated for massive redevelopment. So now, if
Hmm.
you're raising the people taxes and they didn't get a raise in their pay because a lot of them are on fixed incomes, or they have these dead end jobs or whatever, or they've been operating off a certain budget, man, I'll be losing my train of thought, man, because I be so, man. I try to keep calm, man, because I'm at times, man, I get so upset that I be ready to start cussing, man, because I'm watching this stuff happen to my people and nobody is saying anything. And so when I see a race such as this, um, oh man, whew. Somebody say you voted for Trump, but you're talking about her because Trump supports her, right? Let me say this to you, Prince Jones. Had it not been for Trump with this whole immigration move, a lot of y'all don't y'all can't fathom where this would have taken us for another 4 years. Y'all better pay close attention to this just vote against Trump and just vote for the Democrat Party because some old politician said so, or because your parents or some older person just said so. They were flooding these people in and giving them every resource that our people had been marching for. And so my support for Trump was centered around me knowing and understanding since 2011 when he came out with that New Americans plan that it was extremely harmful. And on top of that, in 1999, when I met Dr. Claude Anderson, he told us, he said, if I'm dead and gone, y'all make sure that y'all pay attention to, if nothing else, pay attention to this immigration move that's happening across this country. Now, this was back in 1998, 99, Martin,
Hmm.
that he told us this as young activists. And when we started seeing it take place, especially in 2011 under Rahm Emanuel and Barack Obama, oh man, quite naturally, I'm gonna go against it. But let me get back to this 8th district race. And I'm telling y'all, as a person that supported Trump, that this is harmful where the Republican Party, when LaGrange Village president would get behind a young Democrat that nobody knows, and they would give her this kind of money. Who's that asking that question? The answer is yes. She has worked with the Attorney General's office, but even working for the Attorney General's office, that I found out when I started asking questions in Austin, the people of Austin don't know her, and she says she lives in Austin, but the people of Austin don't know her. How does that happen, man? Maybe you can tell me. You know, and there may lie the problem. I can't see the person's name, but they say her record is clean as a cucumber, right?
Mm-hmm.
There, that is a start. A clean record. Nobody knows you. 30 years old, and I'm never, man. You got politicians been in the game for 20 and 30 years. If you go to their disclosure statements right now, these people are not raising this kind of money for them, and they've been in the game. So is this the start of something new? Where they go and grab young people with clean records to lull us to sleep? Raise money for them so they can dictate to us for the next 30, 40 years? Let me make this crystal clear. That the things that our parents let this Democrat or Republican Party get away with for the last 40, 50 years won't happen under our watch.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to allow our children, nor let our children be used as bait for the prison system. You're not going to starve our people into savagery and then call them savages. No, we're going to stand up for our children the way our grandparents stood up for our parents. And so, and the person that's speaking out, people, be careful. Be extremely careful. Be extremely careful of these type of politics. Man, it's something wrong with this picture, y'all. And I'm going to keep saying this. There's something wrong with this picture. And this is not just happening in the 8th district. It's just one that I'm paying attention to. But and look, and my 30 years of being in politics, y'all. Support people that take care of the community, y'all. Stop supporting these people just because they're black or just because they're a woman. And this is to women, to her, even as a woman. You don't just support her just because she's a woman. Or it's Women's History Month, so we're going to make history. So, okay, she's a woman. And you said that you're going to make history. But have you looked behind the scenes at the gaming industry, DraftKings, and the Realtors Association? These are powerful, wealthy, rich white men who run these different entities. Mainly white men. And so the days of just giving us a black face, but when we pull the layers back, everybody's behind the curtain but black people, those days are over. We're not going for that. And anybody who comes on here and with that old way of doing things, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. But the dictating to us and trying to embarrass us into going along to get along, we ain't going for that stuff. It ain't gonna happen. And remind us as middle-aged men, we have to be better protectors and stronger protectors and providers of our people, man. We have to stand guard. Like you remember that old rooster on that cartoon? What was it, Longhorn? What was that rooster? He would never let that chicken hawk get a chicken. He always protected. He didn't care how that chicken hawk came. Chicken hawk say my leg broke. You know, okay, well your leg broke, but you better go that way because you ain't getting up in this chicken coop. Well, that's how we have to protect our communities, man. They can't shape and put a black female face on it, smiling and looking all peaceful and nice. But then behind the scenes, you know what I mean? You got those special interest people back there that don't look like her. It's way clearer. You know what I'm saying? She got, you know, she about my complexion. Them clear people behind this. I mean, we talking about diabolical clear people. That's behind this. Now, it's on y'all in Austin at the end of the day. I'm just here to enlighten you. And any other race where you have a teachers union and these different entities dumping this type of money. $500,000 for a 30-year-old person? A 30-year-old young lady? That doesn't happen in politics. That does not happen in Chicago politics, bro. Unless some deals have been cut. That does not happen. And I'm continuing to say the same thing over and over and over again because I wanted to seep into your mind because this is the start of something new. This is the new way that they think they're going to run this game. And we're not going for it. We want people to go down there that are going to stand up, speak up. I don't give a damn if it's with the Democrats or the Republicans. We need people that's going to go down there and speak up. And people like John Harrell, I know he'll go down there and speak up. And I can guarantee you, with him running, part of the problem is they know that he'll come down there and speak up. They know that they can't dictate to him. And so why not grab a young lady? And you flood this kind of money to a young person, come on, man. It'll be easy to influence them and get them to do what you want them to do. Now, some of y'all as young people, even some of the women that are on here, they may beg to differ. But let me look in this camera and make this clear about Chicago politics.
Preach, bro.
Chicago politics is a real gangster game. And you can go down there with that thinking it's going to be a certain way. And you're going to see them pull that mask off. And if you ain't strong enough, you're going to bend. You are going to bend. I know what they do. I know how evil Chicago politics is. And for any, I mean, who's her family? Who's letting this take place, bro? This is dangerous. I care about her even on the level of protecting her as a young. I got children her age, bro. I'm not gonna put my children in the mix of these type of politics. Chicago politics on multiple occasions has tried to send me to prison because I speak out. I speak up. They don't like when you speak out and speak up. And they will conjure up a case and give you. Even if you take a look at LaShawn Ford. When Mike Maddock and them couldn't control him, they gave him a case. They gave him a case and tried to send him to the federal penitentiary. They say this isn't new. The same BS the Democrat Party has been doing in Illinois forever. The machine is for the people. When they say machine is for the people, it's for the money. Now, I guess, Martin, if we can, as the people bring the, start asking the questions and comments, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's focus on those comments because the people are talking, you know what I'm saying? And while I'm speaking, I was trying to read them, but they're coming up. But
I got a person that want to call in. Let me give them a number real quick. Let me give them a number real quick. That's who that was. I don't have the other number is disconnected right now, people. I'm trying to get it straight. So, all right. Go ahead, Mark, real quick. They calling now. They calling now. Okay. Thank you for calling, caller. Hold on. Let me make sure let me get you on the Bluetooth. Go ahead, caller.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Awesome. So, hey.
I know who this is.
Go ahead,
introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Sure. This is, thank you, sir. This is Pamela Denise Long. I am a Republican running for United States Senator in the state of Illinois. So every registered voter in the state of Illinois can vote for me. The last day to vote is Tuesday, March 17th. polls close generally around 7 p.m. Everybody who is registered can pull the Republican primary ballot. So I missed, Mark came into the space that I was having today, and we were in the midst of chatting, and I guess he had to move on to other events and commitments. But I'm listening to the conversation about the dirty of politics and whatnot, and how Mark was saying it's a gangster game. And it's interesting how people will sell out for either actual bucks, dollars, or limelight, or just personal gain, broadly speaking, right? And it don't really matter, what you got to grease your palm or to grease the slope for you. But part of the reason our community is so messed up is because people who have power aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is strengthening the community.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm glad that people are coming out and speaking up. And somebody put it in there. I'm so glad the grassroots are becoming louder. And this is going on across the country. So when Ms. Pamela talk about, because a lot of times, we in Twitter spaces, and there's spaces going on all over Twitter where our people are talking. The days of the dictatorship in politics are long gone. And so, where the guy came in and listen, I may support Trump this time, and the next time go against a Trump. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm for the best interest of my people. And anybody who is in the best interest of our people, and you mount a good enough campaign, then I think that we should get behind that. But all this just because the pastor says so, or the older black folks said so. Well, we see how that didn't work out for them. It ain't work for them or us. So why we keep going along to get along? We're not doing that no more. That's not how we're gonna handle politics any longer. We're gonna support those that support us, not those who think they can dictate to us. You can't, ain't no way. I don't give a damn Trump or Biden. The way Biden talked to them black people, they'd had to get me off the line. Man, I'd have been cussing them out, man. He wouldn't have never said nothing like that in the presence of me ever again. But these same black people who want to dictate to us will allow him to talk to them like that. And that's what I see in this 8th district race. I see people behind the scenes who are putting money into this race with this young lady and later on down the line dictating to her. And in some cases, you don't have to dictate to them. They just go along to get along because they were trained to do as they told. And so I'm saying to any and everybody who are voters, the people of our community, stop allowing any of these people to dictate to y'all. They don't own you. They don't own the Democrat or Republican Party. They don't own politics. And if you want to go against them, go against their ass. There ain't nobody that you have to go along with whatever they say. And so in this 8th district, Martin, we cannot afford to let a teachers union that says and does nothing about less than 35% of our children passing, that does nothing about this. And then you think you're going to come and get in our politics and tell us what to do? That man, the people of the teachers union go to hell. The Illinois Federation, I don't care nothing about no union gangsters. I'm only speaking of it in the sense of her being a young lady. But for me as a man, I don't have no fear of what they talking about. They ain't got no more heart than we got. So all that where the unions are running the show and the black politicians are dictating our people, those days are long gone. And so men like us have to rise up against these establishment, black folks, white folks, Hispanic, I don't give a damn who they are. We have to do this, bro. We have seen under this type of politics 50 years of unemployment, poverty, and crime in our communities. And then these people have a problem when you even ask them, hey man, what are y'all gonna do to help deal with this? They get an attitude. And now, so now that we're older, we've got the attitude. It's time we start overthrowing their ass. I mean, you either listen to what we have to say or get the hell out. That's how we have to.
Here's a sister that's running a grassroots campaign can't get a big I can't get a big donation like that. I mean, got a proven
Nobody
track
who's
record.
part of the establishment. If
Yeah.
you're not part of the establishment, you're not going to get in on the fundraising. I
Well,
talked
and
to some of the other
I
candidates.
haven't pursued it.
Mhm.
Say again?
And I haven't pursued it for that reason, right? I haven't pursued it for that reason. Like, I'm not courting the typical donors, the APACs and the this pack and the that pack, because I don't want my voice to be owned. Yet grassroots people, meaning regular folk, have donated to my campaign in the thousands and the hundreds of dollars, right? And the dozens, so to speak. So that's what it's about for me, is to make sure that my voice is not co-opted, because I cannot be owned.
And
and held captive.
no candidate should want any kind of money from any entity that dictates to them. And so when you look at this flyer and you see who's donating this kind of money to this young lady at 30 years old, you can bet your bottom dollar there's an agenda attached to it. And by the time they get to the
and I don't know this lady.
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know
either.
that lady, but 500,000 is a lot of money
For a 30-year-old
for a
young
district
person that
level
nobody
campaign.
knows in politics. And my question again, is this the new way? Clearly it is. Because I can guarantee you this is not the only race that this is happening in. I can guarantee you, if I start looking at the disclosure statements, CTU is giving money to other candidates. The Realtors Association, DraftKings, they are funneling money into other races. I'm just focused on this one because it's so close to me. Even though I don't live in Austin, even though I don't live in 8th District, I'm focused on it. And then I work with people like Pastor Harrell, John Harrell. This dude puts in work, y'all. I asked him, man, how do you do all this stuff that you do? How do you get out here with the Black Men United? Run the church? How do you do it? Well, however he does it, he's the type of person that we need. One, when nobody's looking, is still working for the people. But this kind of politics, this spells she get in office, and for the next 20, 30 years, she don't have to do nothing but just rubber stamp. Just rub whatever they say, rubber stamp it. I watched this happen.
Now, Martina, I got a couple of those in my race, including the one that Aaron Del Mar put up to run against me, who is backed by the establishment, but trying to claim that she's a political outsider, backed by the typical folks in the Chicago GOP establishment who are going to be rubber stamps as well. They ain't trying to change nothing because the system is working for them, but it's not working for the people. And it certainly isn't working for Black Americans.
I mean, man, what are we going to do, though? And when I say what are we going to do, I'm saying let's do something about it. We are not, and we
obviously. Yeah. No, so go ahead. Finish your statement.
Let another 30, 40 years go by where we're being dictated to. Do it because the Democrat Party says so, or do it because the Republican Party says so.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be calm. Man, I'm trying to be calm because I almost see it something else.
We got another caller, guys. Hold on, Pam. Dr. Pam, hold on. Let's see who this is.
No worries.
Yeah. Hello, caller. What's your name?
Hey, partner. It's Vera.
Okay, hold on, Vera. Hold on. All right, Vera. I brought you in. You in now, Vera. Hey, what's going on, Vera? It's my partner. Hold on, Vera. Let me put you back on Bluetooth. I don't know how I got on Bluetooth. Yeah, hold on. Now I see. Go ahead. Speak now, Vera. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, can you hear me okay?
Now, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Loud and clear. Okay. Hey, everybody. You know what? I just wanted to call in. I normally don't do politics, try to stay away from it. But when I found out that John Harrell was running for 8 district state rep, I couldn't help but get out here and use my voice. And it was because I had an opportunity to see this man serve in a community. I've never seen anything quite like it, with what this man is doing in the community with Black Men United. I've seen with my own 2 eyes, and I've even volunteered to help people by the thousands coming into a warehouse, walking out with furniture, TVs, cases of food, cases of toilet tissue, and they wasn't gatekeeping. It was, if you could get there, they was giving it out. And that was just one incident. I'm talking about the thousands. I was there recording.
Literally.
I never seen nothing like it. Then I had an opportunity to see on the holiday people coming in and getting gifts and toys for their children. And I'm talking about no gatekeeping. Y'all understand what that means? And so when I hear y'all talking about it, I don't have anything bad to say about anybody else that's running. I really don't even know their name. The only name that I knew and that I've seen that was already doing the work was John Harrell.
Hey, Vera.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And I'll just add to what you just said, right? The last event, because I'm always just Martin. I go and just sit back and I watch, right? I watch people. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I watch what you do, not what you say, right? Bro, I asked them, man, how many people do y'all think came through here today? They knew and said that it was about 7,500 people. When she say that they're not gatekeeping, she means that they don't stop you and say, well, you got to sign up and then vote for me if I gave you something. Man, they just let you walk in and get it and leave, whether you support them on other causes or whatever. But most of these other entities make you sign up and give you hell when you come to these different giveaways or whatever. But man, that last one that I saw, man, I knew it had to be in the upwards of thousands of people. But they said they had been.
I was blown away.
Yeah, they were doing a clicking. They say almost 7,500 people came and were served at that event. And I was like, well, how are y'all able to put something this big together? And they said that they had partnered with all of the other entities, the manpower and other organizations that have resources. They all partnered together because they care about the people. These are the type of people that you support when it comes to politics. Not people just because they Black or I don't give a damn if you can be some kin to me. You ain't put no work in, man, the hell with you. Because I get out and put real work in. And it was one time when I was really deep off into the protesting, and one of my blood brothers said he thought that I was gonna just automatically just give him the job. No, you got to get out here on this protest line with me. I'm out here actually protesting. I don't even take the job. And so you think I'm just going to give it to you just because you're my brother? It ain't going to happen like that. Now, will you go to work if you put the work in? Yes. But just because you're my brother? No, it don't work like that. And so these people who are running in these elections who think that, it's just simple as, I'm Black and we're going to support them. Man, our parents let that happen for far too long, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, we're in this predicament we're in. Because the Democrat Party or a certain group of pastors say this is who we're going with, the people just went along to get along. We can't afford to do that for the next 30, 40 years. At least 30 years that we're going to be here. Man, in less than 20 years, man, I'll be 70 years old. Martin, in less than 20 years, you're going to be 70 years old.
Yeah,
right?
I'm almost there now.
Right? So the thing is that, man, we got to do something different, man. We can't leave these children in this predicament. And the way we put a stop to that is that we're going to support those who are out here putting in work. And we're talking about before your ass get ready to go run for office. You ain't going to just come get in no office without no resistance. Who the hell you think you are? That you that special because you said you're going to run and everybody should just get behind you. Or because the Democrat Party. The hell with the Democrat Party. And the hell with the Republican Party too. It's about what we're saying. And we have to start organizing and putting people in certain positions.
Okay. Okay.
Is Vera still
Oh,
there? I think she
I
was
think
still
she
there.
did. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm
Okay.
listening. I'm still here.
Okay. I think Pam probably have to go. I know she's doing a lot of things, but Pam, before you go, I want you to say something if you could.
Yeah, sorry for the wind. I'm outside taking care of the dogs right now. Yes, my name is Pamela Denise Long. I'm punch number 4 on the Republican primary ballot. Mark was talking about putting in work, and I have been doing that over the years. I know some of you know me already from my Newsweek column, where I've been making the case for our lineage, for Black Americans, for economic growth, for repair, for other things for us. And you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on X at Long, LONG for Senate 2026, LONG FOR Senate. Again, I'm Pamela Denise Long, and we're asking everyone to come out and pull the Republican primary ballot to make sure that our issues are prioritized during this general election. So take a look at my website, punch number 4. Thanks, Martin, for the time. I appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you for calling in.
And I'm for U.S. Senator. So,
Thank you. Bye.
thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right.
So I see your brother Wilkerson. He say get Harrell and Ford in Tuesday would be a great start. Definitely, man. And again, we need people that's gonna stand up and speak out, y'all. We cannot afford to allow special interests to dictate and control our politics. They've done this for the last 30, 40 years. We're not going to allow this to happen on our watch. And we start by organizing to get behind those who listen to us, that take our agenda to Springfield, to the county, to the city council, to the Congress, to the Senate. If you're not listening to us, don't bring your ass in our community thinking because you got up with this person or that person, they're going to tell us what to do. We're the mothers and fathers of today, Martin, now. Mm-hmm. We are going to run the show. Ain't going to be no because somebody said so. Somebody say the only way. I keep missing.
Okay, I can hear it. That is. Go ahead.
I was trying to read the comment.
Go ahead. The only way. Go ahead.
The only way to undo the damage that's systematically done to Illinois is to get rid of the whole machine. Yes, and that's not hard to do. If we organize and we put candidates in place, you get rid of those machine candidates. Mm-hmm. Vote them out. It's enough of us to where y'all don't have to be in fear of what they may do. But I can guarantee you, we just as crazy as they are. We just as strong as they are. We those men y'all been waiting on. Make no mistake about it. We have no fear. We will not be dictated to, controlled, told to get up and sit down. Man, no. Say my mom early voted early, and I told her she better not vote for urban lady at all. She's speaking on the congressional race.
Oh yeah,
where LaShawn Ford is running. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, LaShawn is our candidate. You know, LaShawn is who we support. I mean, like I say, this is a guy that I know been putting in work. When it comes to the formerly incarcerated community, when it comes to just men, women, and children, period, this guy has been putting in work, man. And I often even tell him, like, man, bro, it's a lot of things that I know you have done. Bro, you really need to start telling the people because they don't know. Because he's really a person who fits better in Congress and we were having that conversation a little earlier about him, Martin.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
and so some people allow public speakers and they have a lot of fire in them when they publicly speak. But he's one of the ones that I know when he get down to Springfield and get to Washington.
Get down to business.
That's when you see that fire come out of him, right? But he's definitely somebody that I know is going to stand up. And again, like I say with this young lady, I don't know her, so I'm not going to speak against her. I'm speaking against the people behind her. I'm speaking against the this controlled politic that they're pushing. You don't give the look politics, especially Democrats and Republicans. LaGrange, village president, get behind a Democrat, a 30-year-old Democrat. Come on, man. Come on. If you think that they don't want something in return, if you think that they're not going to be dictating for this kind of money, you crazy. Now, the people over in Austin that may beg to differ, you'll be sorry later. And I'm telling you, for 30 years in this game, what this represents.
And I want to say something, Mark. We're going to get close in a little bit. I want to say this. I like the fact that you didn't come on here throwing Chantel under the bus or anything. You said, I didn't know her, but I know what's behind what these people putting that money. Now, I give you credit. I give you credit on that. Because I don't know her, bro. I ain't never heard of her, bro. Yeah. So I give you credit for that.
In politics, I can literally say she's not old enough to even be known. You see what I'm saying? And so the first go round, you come out and the establishment on the Democrat and Republican sides get behind you and raise your hand. Oh, you're going with an agenda. You're going with a dictated mandate.
Yeah, Mark, we've been on here an hour. We may have to run it back tomorrow or something. Is there anything else that you want to say, or what we miss?
Well, I just want to say to the people, pay attention to this 8th district, especially the people of Austin. Pay close attention to this race, and think before you vote. Ask questions before you vote. Don't allow these people who have raised almost $500,000 for a 30-year-old young lady to dictate to you. I don't give a damn who they are, whether it's that Republican village president or Kwame Raoul or Larry Rogers or the CTU or DraftKings with the game industry. Do not allow them to dictate to you. That's all I have.
Thank you, people. Thank you, Mark, for coming on. And
I think we need to do this. I have to say this. I think we need to do this all the time. Yeah. Not just sometimes. We need to do this all the time.
Man, my platform is open to any candidate, especially black ones. Because
I want just politics, but the issues, period.
Period.
The issues, you know what I mean? We have to speak up and speak out and organize and make sure that our children are not going through hell, bro. I mean, man, I can't sit back as a man, and watch this. It literally pains me, man, to see our children dying, our people unemployed in high numbers. It pains me to see that we're in a Democrat state, county, city. I don't know if people know this, and then I'm done. From top to bottom, we talking the governor, the lieutenant governor, the attorney general, man, the speaker of the House, the members in the House and the Senate, the county, where you got Tony Preckwinkle and all. These are all Democrats, y'all. Do y'all know Republicans have absolutely no power in the state of Illinois? Did you know that, Martin?
Yeah, I know that. I learned it from you.
The Republican Party has absolute. So when they tell you some stuff about the white racist Republican, ain't no goddamn white racist Republican. Excuse me, man, because I have to catch myself, bro. Stop letting them tell y'all some stuff about some Republicans. These are all Democrats that got money. This governor has $100 billion budget. These black state reps and state senators are down there with power voting on where the money goes. And watching our people be homeless. And so, man, we can't afford as men to sit back and watch this, man. Those days are over. And if I have to come in here with you, Martin, and speak up, I have no problem with doing it. Have no problem with doing it. I'll be the bad guy. Let me be the bad guy for black people. As long as your medium is open, I'll come in here and be the bad guy for black people. Because I don't care if they don't ever like me. I don't like them. A lot of times people say, well, man, what you do to upset such and such politician? What the hell did politicians do to upset me? What they do to upset our people? They ain't that important to me. I can care less what they don't like.
Hey, Mark, I had to answer my door real quick, and help me understand because you've been in politics. You know way more than I do.
30 years almost.
Yeah, I know it. I've been voting that long. Why is it that when I see in this Democratic city that every time somebody make a commercial, they always say Donald Trump? I don't understand. Donald Trump is not in Chicago, not in the state of Illinois.
See, that's that dictatorship politic where whatever's happening, oh, look over there. Look at Donald Trump. Look at the Republicans. But common sense should tell, especially those of us that are of age, common sense should tell you if there's no Republicans in power in the state of Illinois, especially in the city of Chicago, then who's messing over you? And why you keep on voting for the same damn people? What's wrong with you? Is the question. What's wrong with you just going along with whatever they say? And the question is, are you going to continue to do that? Or are you going to get with this new change that's happening? Are you going to start organizing and speaking up and speaking out? Are you going to make sure that we have candidates who are for the people that get in office? So, man,
and let me, hey, Mark, too. Sorry about it. I want to make an open invitation for Chantel, and you and Chantel, y'all can come on together. It don't make no difference. And just
I would like to do that.
Yeah, let me hear her talk. I
want to hear the story. Let's hear her say the story.
Right. I think that's fair. Yeah. So if anybody know her, reach out to her.
As a matter of fact, we may need to set it up for her,
right,
and John Harrell to come on here together.
Man, that'd be perfect.
Let her and John Harrell come on in here together.
That'd be perfect. I love that. That'd be perfect.
Or however you choose to do it. I mean, but to sit idly back by, and as a man, I'm not gonna let this just get past our people. The gaming industry, the realtor industry, the teachers union. Look at all these different people, man. Man, the people of Austin don't stand a chance with you with the kind of money they putting behind this race. When is she gonna have time to do something for the people? What agenda is she gonna take of the people if this kind of money is being given to her to run? Come on, man. They said in the last 2 days they gave her $100,000. $100,000 to a 30-year-old young person. That does not happen. I gotta keep stating that does not happen. And somebody said they Trump as a shaming factor, right? Yes, that's their whole thing. They don't have to tell you nothing about what they're gonna do to you. They feel like they ain't got to tell you. All they said is, well, don't go with it because of Trump. Man, I don't want to hear about no damn Trump. You tell us what you're gonna do for us. Don't tell us to just go along with it just because you said Trump name. And they've been getting away with being able to do this. I love our parents, but man, they let these politicians get away with way too much.
Yeah.
Oh man, I couldn't wait to get old enough, become old enough to really speak out, man. And I started out, man, at 25 years old in activism. I'm 52 years old now. And so I watched this stuff. I couldn't wait to become old enough, man, to really speak out.
All right, Mark. We're gonna leave it right there.
Let's leave it right there, man. Okay. But we got but a couple more days, and I think that every chance that we get on up until now, we need to come and speak out. We need to let the people know what. Do not vote for this 8th district candidate. I'm gonna say this outright. Not because of this young lady, because I don't know her, but because the people that are behind this, the entities that are behind this. It is not by coincidence that a village president that's a Republican is getting behind a Democrat. It's not by coincidence that DraftKings, the same DraftKings that gave Trump $500,000, is putting 40,000 or however many thousand behind a Democrat candidate. It's not by coincidence that Democrats like Larry Rogers and John Daly them are donating to this campaign. It's not by coincidence. You can fool yourself into believing that this is just a black candidate who just chose to come out and run at 30 years old and all this kind of money. That's on you, Austin. That's on you, Austin.
All right, brother. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's get it. We out of here, people. Stay tuned for more. Peace out. You already know what it is. What is it? Live. Uncut. Unedited. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. We love being black. All right, peace out, people.
Being black.
Share this video. Please share it, like it. Send it to Miss Chantel. Maybe she'll come on. Chantel, you can call me on the number on the screen. You can reach me. I would love to have you on here. All right. Peace out.